Hi, Facebook friends. Just wanted to do a quick video to discuss some of the recent news items related to the ongoing coronavirus tyranny that we see all around us. Um, just real quick, wanted to give a shout out and thank you to everybody who came out to support the Owasso barber, Carl Mankey, this past Saturday and this past Monday. You guys did an awesome job. Everybody, my Michigan Home Guard brothers, Michigan Liberty Militia, everybody that came out was just awesome there, and we made a real impact, guys. We did a great job there. Hey, Bill, good to see you. Yeah, it feels good. Mr. Mankey struck a real blow for freedom. Took on Gretchen Whitmer, Dana Nessel, and all their stooges, and thankfully Judge Stewart in Shiawassee County remembered his oath and put a stop to their attempt to go and have him hauled off out of his business. So great job, everybody. That was awesome. And Carl really set an example for not just for other business owners, but for each of us as individual citizens. You need to defy unconstitutional laws, and it's not always something that is easy or comes without cost, for sure, but he showed us all how it's done. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. So I've been thinking about that the past couple days. We're really at a point now with the absurdity of Gretchen Whitmer's decrees, edicts, whatever you want to call them, and her leftist foot soldiers around the state. We're all getting a chance now to see who is on the side of liberty and who is on the side of tyranny. So it's been a real learning experience for a lot of us, honestly. Hey, Rick, glad you could join us. We've got a lot of, I know where I live in Muskegon County, it's pretty heavily Democratic, so there's definitely some people, there's some people out here who really are not on the side of freedom and liberty and the Constitution. Just as an example, I saw a press release from the Muskegon Police Department. This is Muskegon City Police. And they're saying they are going to fully enforce Gretchen Whitmer's executive orders, the social distancing orders. So, like, if you live in the city of Muskegon and you decide you want to have a barbecue at your house, they will come onto your property and they will issue these tickets, these $500 tickets, because you did not comply with Gretchen Whitmer's social distancing orders. Now that is bullshit right there. We all know the state of emergency, the legislature ended it. It's been over a week now. It was over May 1st. And she continues to tell everyone that, her executive orders have the force of law and they're going to be enforced. So she's dropping the Nice Act, and she's becoming more and more of a naked tyrant. And so, honestly, the Muskegon Police Department ought to be ashamed of themselves. You people are breaking your oath. The oath you took to uphold the U.S. Constitution, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, the laws of the state of Michigan. You people know what you're doing is wrong here. And as far as I'm concerned, you can take your PSA and you can shove it, because it's not a law. It's an unconstitutional decree, and you are going along with it. You're stooges. You are you're foot soldiers for tyranny is what you become, instead of peace officers. And really, I've got half a mind to go down there to one of the parks. I don't live in the city of Muskegon, but I've got half a mind to go down there to the park and, you know, have myself a picnic with some friends over there, and they can issue me whatever they want. I've got some friends out there in the legal profession who I'm sure might like to take that up as a challenge there. Nice little civil rights lawsuit there. And that's what needs to happen. We need to start disobeying these unconstitutional laws that have been put into place, because they're going to try and push us. They're going to try to see what they can get away with all of this. And Mr. Mankey showed us what the proper response to that is. The time has come for civil disobedience here. Hey, Con, good to see you. Justin. Yeah, it's just so bizarre. I mean, that we're even having to discuss this crap, but it's good to see that more people are waking up as they've gotten more and more ridiculous with this shit. Yeah, I've talked to a lot of different people from all different walks of life, and people are pissed right now. They are tired. I mean, this has been 2 months now that people have been locked down. You know, a lot of people are out of work. Kids are out of school, and now it's to the point where they're, you know, trying to tell people, well, you know, you can't go to the park, can't have friends over, this and that. Trying to basically micromanage every aspect of our lives. And that is generating a lot of anger out there. And I'm telling you guys, they're awakening a sleeping giant with this stuff. The level of support that we had in Owasso. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, I've got a few things I'd change if I was governor there, for sure, from what's going on right now. It. I just talked to one of my friends today who travels to Indiana, and she told me that Indiana is actually, their lockdown is not one size fits all. They're actually letting each individual county set policy related to, you know, how they want to run, how they want businesses to run, and social distancing and all that. So they haven't gone with a one size fits all policy there. That's just up here in Michigan. So, you know, unfortunately, we've really earned a very negative distinction for being one of the most, one of the most, I guess, inflexible, tyrannical states here with this whole lockdown thing. And neighboring states aren't even as bad as what we have going up here right now. So I just wanted to throw that in there kind of as a basis for comparison. But then I saw a post just probably half an hour ago. Dave Agema, who's a former state representative, posted on his Facebook page. You guys are going to love this. This this is the most ridiculous BS that, I mean, it's just unbelievable. The uh, the city of Granville, the city council down there, just decided that they're canceling the 4th of July festivities down there because of the COVID-19 stuff. Uh, and obviously, Dave is very upset about it. Um, I guess I'm not surprised, but I'm pretty pissed off. I think I think it's ridiculous that they would cancel something. I mean, the 4th of July is what, 7 weeks away, and you're canceling it. You're canceling the celebration for our national independence because of a virus that has less than a 1% mortality rate. Okay, but in 1969, we had Woodstock during the H3N2 pandemic that killed 100,000 Americans that year. What the hell is wrong with you jackasses over there? And I thought Granville was a pretty conservative town over there, but I'll tell you what, you're right, Steve. It is a sacred holiday, and you know what? It's taken on additional significance this year, especially. You know, I really, you have to wonder if some of these people have an ulterior motive because they don't want us to remember about, the original, the founders of this country, the people that fought the Revolutionary War, that declared their independence from a tyrannical government. I don't think they want us to think about that right now. Because now we have a new set of tyrants, and it's them. It's any of these people, state, local leaders, if you want to call them leaders, they're really not leaders. They're supposed to be our servants, our employees. But apparently, they've forgotten that, and they think that they rule over us instead. So yeah, I'm just waiting. Hey, I can totally see it. Muskegon will probably follow suit next, and I think I'm going to go down there. If they do that, I'm going to go down there to the county commission, and I'm going to give them a piece of my mind over there because that is bullshit to cancel the 4th of July over this, what is really a relatively benign virus. I mean, it's no Ebola. It looks like the projections aren't going to be even as bad as H3N2, maybe not even as bad as the swine flu back in 2009. So, no, I'm sorry, that's not a reason to cancel the 4th of July. And those people, anybody that agrees with that idea over there, they can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. I'm not, no, and if they don't want to have the celebration, we'll put it on. I guarantee you, I got some friends that have some connections there in the pyrotechnics industry, and I'll make some phone calls. You know what? The Patriot movement will put on the celebration, and they can all sit and spin inside their homes over there binging Netflix. I don't care what the hell they do, but we're not going to let them ruin the 4th of July. That's it's so absurd. It's so ridiculous and infuriating. I just don't know. I don't know what to say about that. But hey, Rick, I knew you'd agree, Rick, that my friend Rick Vriesinga is a veteran who served this country. He's a patriot, and he continues to serve. He's a first responder, and no, these guys like him that fought for this country, that know the price that's been paid for our freedom, they're not going to let this happen. I don't believe they'll let this happen. Yeah, I agree, Steve. It's inconceivable. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime, and you may not have either. But it's it's just illustrative of this time that we're in now, when we have tin pot tyrants everywhere, from the governor's mansion to your local city council, people who are choosing to disregard their oath to uphold the United States Constitution, the Constitution of the state of Michigan. And what we are getting now is rule by decree, rule by men instead of rule of law. And it is anathema to everything that this country was founded on and has stood for all these years. And it's time for the patriots, the people who still love the country as founded, to stand up and resist this stuff and push back. And Mr. Mankey, he showed us the way. He showed us the way. And I can't thank you enough, Carl, for showing all of us what courage looks like. Because he was threatened. I mean, he was threatened with arrest. He was threatened with losing his business, but he stood up in the face of all of that pressure from, the state government, from left-wing activists there. A lot of people demonized him, but he stood strong. A 77-year-old man, he stood strong in the face of all that. And so far, he's prevailed. He's got a lawyer now, and he's taking this to court. He's going to fight this all the way. So, yeah, it's an inspiration to me, and I'm sure it is to many of you. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. Yeah. We're going to see more stuff like that, especially because we're within the 6-month window now leading up to the election. So this is all going to be silly season. You're going to see things. You're going to see things that happen for political reasons. People trying to manipulate you as a voter. But we just have to keep in mind, we have to keep in mind our values, our, founding documents, the unalienable rights that are granted to us by the Constitution. We have to make those things our North Star during this time. And don't believe the mainstream media. Don't believe some of these commentators who are out there. They're out there trying to smear people. I've got a lot of friends that have been, run through the mud like that, who've received threats before, as I've mentioned that in the past, but they're still standing. So, and I plan on doing that too. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to keep speaking my mind as these things unfold. And I'm going to support other people like Carl Mankey, who are taking a stand for liberty, because we can't let the enemies of freedom prevail. We just can't do that. And yeah, I hope that you guys, if you get the opportunity, I'll try to keep sharing some of these events that are coming up. There's actually a rally that's going to be held this coming Monday at 5:30. It's at Rosa Parks Circle in Grand Rapids, and it's actually, they're going to have several sheriffs here, Michigan sheriffs are going to be there. It's an open carry rally. People are going to be, you know, exercising their Second Amendment rights there. There's going to be representatives from many constitutional militias here in Michigan who will be there to show their support for these constitutional sheriffs, peace officers who have decided they're going to uphold the oath that they took when they were sworn in as police officers, as sheriffs, and they're not going to let anybody trample on the rights of the people. So that's an important event. If you have the time, you're able to get out there, I urge you to go out there. I plan on going out there because I very much value what constitutional sheriffs like Brian Begoli out there in Shiawassee County. Thank you, Mr. Begoli, for standing up to Gretchen Whitmer, for saying that you are not going to enforce her unconstitutional executive orders. You did the right thing as the chief law enforcement official in Shiawassee County. You set a really good example for other sheriffs in Michigan. That's the proper role of a county sheriff there. I mean, we elect them, and their job is to uphold the law, to protect the citizens in their counties, and I think he's doing a great job, and I hope we're going to see more sheriffs stand up and say that they're going to uphold the Constitution regardless of what we see come out of Lansing. So, but yeah, that's all the thoughts I wanted to share with you tonight. So I will let you go with that. Hope you guys stay safe, and yeah, share this video if you get a chance. Share it with your friends, and I'll see you again real soon. Have a great night, guys.